Hey, what's up? This is 5 Minute Finance and I'm Matt. The goal of 5 Minute Finance is to help you better understand the fundamentals of personal finance so that you can take action to improve your finances today. In the previous video, we talked about student loans, mainly about what they are, how long it might take you to pay them back, and some resources to help you pay them back faster. In this video, we'll look at credit cards, how to use credit cards responsibly, and why you might want to get one. Lots of people are scared of credit cards. They have heard horror stories about individuals who have racked up thousands of dollars in debt and then struggled to pay it off for years, costing them tons of money and causing them lots of stress. That can happen if you don't treat your credit card like real money. If you get a credit card with a $5,000 limit and you spend $4,000 on it, you're going to have to pay the credit card company that $4,000. It's not monopoly money, no matter how much you want it to be. Better yet, you want to pay all $4,000 back to the credit card company when your payment is due so that you don't rack up any interest on top of the original money you spent. Credit card companies make money when you spend money but then don't pay off your balance fully each month because it means they can charge you interest. Their rates aren't cheap either, oftentimes between 8 and 20%, if not higher. This often scares people off from getting a credit card altogether. Credit cards can be really useful tools, though, if you keep a couple things in mind. The best way to use a credit card is to treat it like a debit card or a check, aka don't spend money that you don't have. Seriously, if you can only pay off $500, don't go spend $2,000 on your credit card. Would you write a check for an amount of money that you don't actually have in the bank? I sure hope not. Same deal with credit cards. If you don't have the money, don't spend it. This also means that when you get your credit card bill each month, you pay it in full. You don't have any reason to carry a balance on the card or not pay the amount that you owe in full. Contrary to some people's belief, carrying a balance on your credit card doesn't actually help you build credit. Paying your credit card bill fully each month on time does help you build credit though, and building credit is something that you want to do. Credit essentially shows that you are trustworthy when someone lets you borrow money, i.e. the credit card company or a bank, and that you pay back the money you owe on time. Later in life, you will likely want to use your good credit to get a mortgage to buy a house, or for an auto loan to buy a car, or even for a different credit card. Having a credit card is one of the easiest ways to build credit history and establish good credit, which can help you get lower interest rates on loans later in life. There are also some other major perks about using a credit card. The first is that you have more security if the card gets lost or stolen compared to a debit card, since transactions on a credit card is not money that's coming directly out of your bank account like it would be if you were using a debit card. You also have limited liability for fraudulent transactions on your credit card as long as you let the credit card company know as soon as possible when you notice a transaction that you didn't make or if your card gets stolen. Credit card companies have a team of people to deal with these sort of things, and they're quite good at it. You also have protection if a retailer doesn't fulfill their end of a transaction with something called a chargeback. Say if you buy something online and it never gets sent to you, you could call your credit card company, tell them that you want to dispute that specific charge for what you purchased and why you want to dispute it, and generally they'll take it from there and they'll get your money back. The most valuable perk to me is sign-up bonuses. Credit card companies use sign-up bonuses where they give you cash back or points that are redeemable for travel to entice you to get new credit cards and to spend a certain amount of money on those cards. An example of this is the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, which offers about 50,000 points when you get their card and spend at least $4,000 in the first 3 months that you have it. This is enough points to get you a round-trip ticket to Hawaii or Europe. Check out the link in the video description for more details on the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Other cards like the United card offer 35,000 points when you spend $1,000 in the first 3 months that you have the card, which is enough to get you a flight anywhere in the US where they fly. If you're already spending money on a debit card or a credit card without rewards, it makes sense to take advantage of these offers and get some free points or miles on money that you're spending anyway. So how do you get a credit card? First, assess if you'll pay back the balance of the credit card each month. If not, stick with your debit card. If you will pay off the balance each month, figure out how much money you spend or would spend on your credit card each month. Then find a card that gives you the maximum sign-up bonus with the lowest interest rate and lowest fees for how much you plan on spending in the first 3 months. There are links to the United card if you will spend $1,000 over the first 3 months, or the Chase Sapphire Preferred card if you'll spend at least $4,000 in the first 3 months in the video description. But there are also other cards like the Chase Ultimate Freedom, Citi Double Cash, or American Express SPG card that might be best for you. If you don't actually have any credit history, getting a secured credit card through your bank might be the best option to help you build some credit. The next thing to do is do some research. Once you make a decision, pick your card, apply for it, and after approval, start using the card. Remember to pay your balance off in full each month on time so that you don't rack up any interest on top of the money that you already spent. Now you know how to use a credit card as a tool to protect yourself and get some rewards as well.